What's going on, everyone? Mike Kadlick, Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media outside of Gillette Stadium after the Patriots just wrapped up day 14 of their 2024 training camp. Took on the Philadelphia Eagles today in a joint practice ahead of Thursday's preseason game against Philly. A reminder, we are powered by Game Time and Prize Picks. Head over to Game Time, use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase, and head over to Prize Picks and use code CLNS for a $100 or a 100% deposit match bonus up to $100. Terms apply. Offense, not good today. I thought it was probably one of their worst practices of the summer, and it really came from the interior on the offensive line. Not the interior of the offensive line, interior of the formation with the offensive line. They trot out Vidarian Lowe at left tackle once again, with Sidy Sow inside him, David Andrews at center, Mike Onwenu and Chuks Okorafor on the right side, and man, they couldn't really get anything going today, Taylor.
No.
What'd you make of today's practice up front?
So run game one I thought was pretty inconsistent. There were some times Ramondre Stevenson had a couple big runs, and every once in a while they'd open up a lane, but a lot of the reps ended with the Philadelphia Eagles building a wall up front. And then in terms of pressure, it wasn't quite as bad for Jacoby Brissett, but Drake May was under constant fire. He had to drive towards the end of practice for a 2-minute situation where he would have been sacked at least 3 out of his 4 dropbacks. Obviously less than ideal. But yeah, with this offensive line, there's already not a lot of depth at the top. Obviously, Vidarian Lowe is not an ideal starter on the left side. But then when you get to the second string guys, Calvin Anderson and, Caden Wallace are solid. But Michael Jordan is more of a veteran, journeyman kind of guy.
Right.
Antonio Mafi was at
piece,
center.
Not someone you want to take a ton of reps out here.
Right, and you saw penalties even for the offensive line. Antonio Mafi might have been responsible for a false start. He was at center for most of the day. And then Layden Robinson, obviously a rookie who's going to have his up and down. So not a great performance from the offense overall, like you mentioned. And that all starts with the offensive line, who I thought just didn't do quite enough. But at the same time, I do want to be fair. You're going up against an opponent that you're not familiar with. Sure. I mentioned it in another video, but the Eagles send so many different defensive fronts at you. It can be a lot for any offensive line to have to take advantage of. And you saw them get some free rushers at times. So the kind of thing you want to build on, those negative reps can just become learning experiences if you capitalize on them, but not a great day for the offense.
Yeah, not at all. Counting the reps in 11-on-11s, looked like 10 or more would be sacks. Obviously, you can't hit the quarterbacks out here, but again, they were getting pressure all over the place, bringing different fronts. This Eagles front is one of the best in football. Bryce Huff's out there, Jordan Davis, what have you. All
those two
guys.
Georgia guys in the middle, like
legit.
You can see, they are massive, and it's crazy to see up close.
Yeah, right. So again, tough. We couldn't really evaluate much of anything at all outside of that offensive line, what the offense was doing. Quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs couldn't really get a good look at anything because of the tough performance from the offensive front. But positives, what'd you take today? Mainly Jalen Polk was cooking guys in one-on-ones.
Yeah, so yesterday we spoke to Mike Pellegrino, and he mentioned, I asked, what is it like in one-on-ones? What are you trying to take away from that? And he mentioned if you win inside, a lot of these guys are playing like there's a post safety. So sometimes if you win on crossers and slants, it's not the quality win that you typically like. But Jalen Polk was turning guys around. He was physical. The route running was on point. Strong hands. His catch of the day, I think the play of the day for the Patriots was a deep ball from Drake May that he was able to haul in. Had to extend to try to make the catch, but managed to hang on through contact. A really impressive rep. I thought Jalen Polk was one of the only receivers today who consistently showed up, although he did get a little more quiet in team drills. But if anybody had a good day from that receiving core in the offense overall, I would say Jalen Polk's in that category.
Yep, for sure. So again, tough day for the offensive line. Jalen Polk shines. Not much to take away from anybody else there because, again, pressure up front was so bad. So tough look for the offense, but we'll see if they can turn things around ahead of Thursday's preseason game against the Eagles here at Gillette Stadium. We'll have you covered here for all of that on Patriots Press Pass. So make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to the channel, and follow all of our written work at clnsmedia.com.
Make sure to subscribe to Patriots Press Pass for all your Patriots news and updates on YouTube. And for all our written work, make sure you check out clnsmedia.com.